Call to order the Board of County Commissioners regular meeting for August 27, 2015. Welcome everybody. Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance and the salute to the state flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I salute the flag of the state of New Mexico as the symbol of perfect friendship among the United cultures.
So we had one change on the agenda that made it under just under the line. Where is that? Item O. It's just so everybody knows, it's a declaration of disaster in Grant County. Vanadium has had water break and been without water for 3 days, and I believe the governor's office has requested this so they can get them some assistance, and it was put on in a timely manner, just so everybody knows. Are there any other changes need to come to the agenda? Yes, sir.
Motion to accept the agenda as written.
Second.
Motion is second to approve the agenda. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Move into public input. During this portion of our meeting, we welcome your suggestions and want to hear your concerns. This is not a question and answer period. Speakers will be limited to 5 minutes. Any individual who would like to discuss an item in more depth may request to be placed on a future agenda. Request forms are available in the county manager's office. So we'll stand for public input. Anything that is not on the agenda today. Come on up, Lonnie.
How are you all today?
Morning.
Just had a real quick question, and that was just an update, if I could get an update as far as, is it on?
We're missing that little one, the white one.
Anthony gave us a full update on your project Tuesday, and it's in the bidding process.
In the bidding process? Okay, I was under the impression that the county was gonna do it? Was gonna take over the...
We will bid it with private vendors, and if we feel as though it's more advantageous for the county to do it, I believe we'll do it. But that's all to be decided later.
Okay. So how long is the bidding process take?
Procurement? I don't know.
It depends on the magnitude of the project, how long he will leave it out. It could be a minimum of 15 days, up to 30 days, and they're in the design process of putting the scope of work together for the project to let it for bid. And as Brett explained, we may choose to do it ourselves if that's the most advantageous way to do it, or bid it out to a contractor.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Please. Further public comment? Mr. Baldwin, come on.
James Baldwin, county resident. There was a very nice article written in the newspaper on August 1st by Gwen Jones, and it pertained to recycling. Recycling is not just an 8 to 5 proposition. It is not Monday through Friday or Tuesday through Saturday, as some businesses are open. Recycling goes on minute after minute, hour, day after day. Recycling occurs at night when you finish a cup of coffee at 10 o'clock at night. That paper cup can be recycled. Things can be recycled throughout the entire day, whether they're the plastic drinks that you buy water in or whatever. The sign that was recently installed out here on your recycling bin is visible only and most prominently from the north side of the recycling bin. It is not necessarily visible from the steps out here on the entrance to this building. That sign should be posted clearly, I think, on the bin itself, stating what materials are recyclable, 1 through 5 and 7. I would also like to see a recycle bin in the area of Goff Park or where the Office of Sustainability is. There needs to be one down there. It's far more convenient for me to go down there to Golf Park and recycle my materials than it is to come out here. There are many, many, many people in that area that would be served very well by a recycling bin in the Office of Sustainability. That's part of their job, but they don't want it down there, and I was told they don't want it down there because trash accumulates. Not only trash in the dumpster, but trash out alongside the, I didn't mean to say dumpster, but alongside the recycle bin, but in the recycle bin. But that is a problem. We have police, we have the sheriff, we have the military, because people get out of hand. They do things wrong. The sheriff does not go out and punish the innocent person. He goes after those that are guilty. Well, why punish those of us that are innocent of not putting garbage and debris in the recycle bins by removing them? And as I was in the presence of one of the county officials over a month ago, that bin was removed at 9:45 in the morning on Friday. Well, what about the rest of the day on Friday? And it didn't get put back until mid-morning Monday. We need a better recycling program and punish those people that are the guilty people, not the innocent recyclers that want to save the environment and help the county with recycling money that is gained from that process. I hope you will consider putting in a recycling bin and nice big sign down in the Golf Park Office of Sustainability area. Thank you.
Thank you. Further public input? No? Okay. Now we'll hold a public hearing for consideration of ordinance number O-1504. This is public input regarding the consideration of an ordinance increasing the size of Board of County Commissioners to 5 members pursuant to Article X, Section 7 of the New Mexico Constitution. Is there any public input on this ordinance? You're about to miss out, Mr. Baldwin. Somebody better come on. We're going to call it off.
I'm George Ruhlman. I'm a county resident. I would like to encourage the members of the Board of County Commission to vote in approval of the 5-member plan to increase the number of board members. Also, I guess if I have the opportunity to ask a question, I was wondering where is it specified that there has to be a unanimous decision by the county commissioners to approve it? Is it out of state law, or?
Is it statute or is it in the Constitution?
It's a constitutional amendment.
It's one or the other. But yeah, it's state.
Constitutional.
Thank you.
It may be in both.
Maybe in both. Okay. Mr. Baldwin?
James Baldwin, county resident. I am opposed to a 5-person commission. If we look at the condition of the mines in this area, Freeport-McMoran is on the verge, perhaps, of laying people off, and we would lose the tax base. The economy itself in this area is not the best in the West, and a 5-person commission would add more cost to the taxpayers to support those extra 2 people. Where's that money going to come from? Your pocket, and your pocket. We do not need big government. I have no trouble, and I have never had any trouble whether I was accessing Benny Ortiz at the old courthouse, whether it was Carl Scholl at the old courthouse, or whether it's Mr. Hall at this courthouse, or this building. No one has trouble accessing their representatives. Why do we need more? I don't know. but it represents big government. And as watching the commission's behavior when the people were speaking regarding the Gila Water Diversion Project, I know it's going to pass. I regret it, but it's going to pass. Thank you.
Further public input? Last chance. Any input from commissioners?
I did want to mention that I had a few members from the public asking if we can put this up for a vote for our residents. And I do know that we have to vote unanimously on it as a county commission. But I did want to pose that to our attorney, see what the process would be if we were to have a county election. Or put it up as a question.
I don't know what the exact process would be, but you would still have to come back and adopt it the way the statute requires, which is by unanimous vote of the commissioners. We'd essentially have to just totally start over, and you can put a vote out to the public, but whether they vote for it or against it, it's not going to be legally binding. You're still going to have to make your own decision in the end. Does that make sense?
It does make sense, but I was just thinking that might give us a better feel
I think what you're more
what the
talking
people...
about is polling the public.
Yes, that's it.
Sure, you can do that, but it's not going to make the decision. You will still have to come back. We'll start this process over, and you would have to do it by ordinance. And we would likely miss this election because of the time it would take. This coming election. Does that make sense?
And as far as I'm concerned, I mean, we've had plenty of
Yeah, we have
public input.
numerous hearings.
And I just want to bring that up. I know it was asked by some of my constituents, and that's why I brought it up today. But we've had plenty of public input, plenty of hearings, and and I thank the people that do get up and speak their mind. We appreciate that.
Further? Okay.
Chairman?
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve ordinance 0-1504, increasing the size of the Board of County Commissioners to 5 members pursuant to Article X10, Section 7 of the New Mexico Constitution.
And I second that motion.
The motion is second to approve ordinance 0-1504. Since it's a vote that requires a majority, I'm going to ask Rob to give us a roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Ramos, will you please state your vote for the record?
I vote yes.
Chairman Castro, will you please state your vote for the record?
Yes.
Commissioner Hall, will you please state your vote for the record?
Yes.
Motion passes. We'll move into minutes. Approve or disapprove July 23rd, 2015 regular meeting minutes.
Motion. Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make the motion that we approve the July 23rd, 2015 regular meeting minutes.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve July 23rd, 2015 regular meeting minutes. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Financial reports. Approve or disapprove the August 24, 2015 expenditure report. Linda, would you go over the highlights of that real quick for us?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. We have an expenditure report for approval that totals $3,129,666.17. Included in that is AP checks for a total of $2,513,342.15. The highlights of this report would be a check to NMAC in the amount of $18,000 for the 2016 participation fees, a check to Timberland Construction in the amount of $110,669.12, and this is for the Sheriff's Office vault construction. A check to Artesia Fire Equipment in the amount of $11,445.50, and this is for miscellaneous firefighting equipment for Whiskey Creek Fire Department. A check to Holly Frontier Refining and Marketing in the amount of $15,671.72, and this is oil for the 2015 road special projects. A check to Bank of Albuquerque in the amount of $907,892.96, and this is for the debt service for the 2009 and 2014 GEO bond series. A check to HCP Systems in the amount of $14,545.20, and this is for the August 2015 medical management systems at the detention center. A check to Summit Food Service in the amount of $39,810.40, and this is for the May and June food services at the detention center. A check to Ascent Aviation Group in the amount of $17,079.52, and this is for July fuel at the airport. A check to New Mexico General Services Department in the amount of $20,516.07, and this is for the fiscal year 2016 unemployment compensation insurance. And then a check to Southwest Solid Waste Authority in the amount of $45,935.67, and this is for the July billing for tipping fees.
Thank you very much, Linda.
Okay, and also included is payroll checks.
Oh, okay.
Pay period 15, 16, and 17 in the amount of $616,324.02.
Okay. What's the pleasure?
Motion to approve August 24th, 15 expenditure report.
Motion is second to approve the August 24, 2015 expenditure report. Is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes. Move into new business. Approve or disapprove the Grant County Detention Center policies and procedures, general administration, uniform, and equipment policy.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make the motion that we approve the Grant County Detention Center policies and procedures, general administration, uniform, and equipment policy.
Second.
The motion is second to approve the Grant County Detention Center policies and procedures. Is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Approve or disapprove Grant County Detention Center policies and procedures. This is the inmate rights, inmate grievance procedure policy.
Motion to approve the Grant County Detention Center policies and procedure, inmate rights, inmate grievance procedure policy.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the inmate rights and inmate grievance procedure policy. Is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Approve or disapprove Grant County Public Shooting Range Advisory Board bylaws.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make the motion that we approve the Grant County Public Shooting Range Advisory Board bylaws.
Second.
The motion is second to approve the Public Shooting Range Advisory Board bylaws. Is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Approve or disapprove appointment of Mr. Frederick S. Grand to the Parks and Recreation Committee.
Motion to approve the appointment of Mr. Grant to the Parks and Recreation Committee.
Second.
The motion is second to approve Mr. Frederick Grand to the Park and Rec Committee. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Approve or disapprove Grant County Sheriff Department field interviews and pat-down searches policy 26.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make the motion that we approve the Grant County Sheriff's Department field interviews and pat-down searches policy 26.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the Grant County Sheriff Department field interviews and pat-down search policy. Is there any discussion? Sheriff, you have anything to say? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Approve or disapprove deletion of public transportation vehicles from inventory.
Motion to approve the deletion of public transportation vehicles from the inventory.
My second.
A motion and a second to approve the deletion of public transportation vehicles from the inventory. Is there any discussion on that motion? As we talked about on Tuesday, all these will be sold at auction. So, further discussion, seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Approve or disapprove the 2016 Fire Protection Grant application for Santa Rita and Tyrone Volunteer Fire Departments.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make the motion that we approve the 2016 Fire Protection Grant application for the following volunteer fire departments, Santa Rita and Tyrone.
Second.
Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Contracts and agreements. Approve or disapprove agreement number A1527 with Bohannon Houston with the FAA application grant for the Grant County Airport. We went over this, Justin went over it on Tuesday.
Motion to approve agreement A1527.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve A1527. Any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Approve or disapprove agreement number A1528, United States Department of Agriculture Work and Financial Plan for July 1st, 2015 through the 30th, 2016 for the Integrated Wildlife Damage Management Program.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make the motion that we approve the agreement A15-28.
It's a mouthful, huh? Second.
Yeah, you said that. The motion is second to approve A1528. Is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Resolutions. Approve or disapprove Resolution R1527. This is an intent to consider an adoption of an ordinance repealing the 1984 Grant County Employee Relation Ordinance, number 840904. This is an archaic ordinance that we are no longer using because of there's state law that supersedes it now. So what's the pleasure of the board?
Motion to approve resolution R1527.
Second.
Motion second to approve R1527. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Same with this one. Approve or disapprove Resolution R1528, intent to consider adoption of an ordinance repealing a 1978 Grant County Personnel Ordinance number 78619.
Move to approve resolution R15-28.
Second.
Motion is second to approve R1528. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Page 3. Approve or disapprove Resolution R1529, a resolution adopting an infrastructure capital improvement plan, ICIP. We went through I'll just go through quickly the top 5 projects listed on our plan. I'm assuming the press has a copy of our plans.
No.
You want one? Okay. Grant County Community Continuum of Care. We've got $2 million funded. We need about $200,000 more. So it's on the top of our ICIP. Top 3 are all right in together pretty much. That's the 3 that are eligible for capital infrastructure stuff from the legislature. Road Department, chip spreader, $275,000, and Grant County Business and Conference Center, and this would be for equipment, fixtures, and furniture, around $500,000. County arterial improvements, public roads, obviously, about $240,000, and Baton Memorial Park Phase 4 construction, 2017, we're asking for about $145,000. So that's the top 5.
Motion to approve
Second.
R1529.
Second.
There's a motion second to approve R1529. Any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Approve or disapprove Resolution R1530. That's the declaration of disaster in Grant County due to the water line break in Vanadium for the Hanover Water Association. Any discussion? Seeing none, just so.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make the motion that we approve resolution R15-30.
Second.
Motion second to approve R1530. Any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Can I get a motion to recess the Grant County Board of Commissioners?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. I call to order the Grant County Indigent Health Plan Claims Board. One item on the agenda today, approve or disapprove the health plan claims. There are $45,950.96 on 64 claims. 2 of those are ambulance, and the other 62 are Gila Regional Medical Center. Motion?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make the motion that we approve the health plan claims indigent fund for July 31st, 2015.
Motion is second to approve the health plan claims for July 31st, 2015. Any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Call back to order the Grant County Board of Commissioners. At this point, we will accept commissioner comments. Commissioner Hall.
I mentioned this at the work session. I really enjoyed attending the open house in Tyrone, the volunteer fire department. It's very impressive. You know, the three commissioners, we continue to applaud the work that our citizens do as volunteers to keep our community safe. And it was just nice. These are professionals. You get out there and it's impressive to see the equipment that the state of New Mexico supplies for them, and then their expertise and just their dedication. So I applaud them once again, as I'm sure the other two commissioners do. Also, I attended a planning with the workforce CEO. What we're trying to do is putting together a presentation 9/18 of 15 at Western for a conference for the mayors and commissioners in the Fort County area. And there we're going to be they're going to be describing to us different programs that are available through workforce to put out to the public in your different entities and stuff. So we're really excited about it, and I'm glad we're a part of it. Also, we continue to work on the animal control ordinance. I also attended the Gila National Forest Planning meeting, and there we were able to put in some of our thoughts of what we would like to see with the forest, and so I put in some thoughts on that. Also attended the New Mexico Association of Counties Board of Directors meeting in Las Cruces. There we talked about the legislation and different aspects of the counties around the state. Also to CASA meeting, Mr. Trujillo, City Trujillo, and I traveled to Albuquerque and made a presentation to the MCOs. That's Blue Cross Blue Shield, Molina, United Healthcare, and Presbyterian for our substance abuse program. That's important. That's our sustainability as far as TUCASA would be concerned. We were received very well. In fact, we have another meeting. Some of them are coming down. We're going to be meeting with them Monday and continue our discussions. And then several other meetings with citizens, reference to issues and information. Some of those people wanted to talk about roads. Someone wanted to talk, I know that surprises you guys, but roads. Some wanted to talk about the five-person commission and what the process was and such, and so we discussed that. So a lot of meetings, and it was a good month.
Thank you. Commissioner.
Well, first of all, just want to thank everyone for doing such a good job throughout the county. It makes our lives a lot easier. We appreciate you, from all the elected official offices on down, so we appreciate what you do. Second of all, I did attend the Echo Watershed meeting. Actually, we've had two of them since the last meeting, and it's been really good. We have a lot of discussion about the conference center and what we're going to do with what policies are we going to change in the future when it comes to drinking over at the convention center. So we'll bring some of those ideas to the board, and of course this is not a policy making board, with just a board that's going to put together some good information for us. So that's one of the big items. The next item is working with Fort Baird and getting that pathway done to our main building there at Baton Park. Fort Baird has pledged to put in all the monies, and we've pledged to do the in-kind work. So it's not going to cost Grant County anything, but it's going to put a safe. Yes. Okay. It's going to be. It's going to put a safe route for these patients in case there's ever an emergency over at the Fort Baird Hospital. So we really appreciate their input, and it's been going well. We also had a SWACA meeting. I wasn't able to attend, but I got information afterwards. We had a good presentation from the New Mexico Fish and Wildlife Department. They're wanting to expand the Glenwood hatchery to include the Gila native trout. And supposedly these trout get to become 18 inches long, 20 inches long when they're mature, is what they're saying.
I was out there the other day, you should see those things.
Really? Great.
They just need to take out some more moss so it'd be easier to fish.
Yeah, yeah.
You still have fish harmless?
No.
Dynamite.
No.
Dynamite.
Or electric shock. But no, I really think that's a great idea. What they're wanting to do is have our native creeks with these native trout, so, and remove the other fish, or there's already been creeks that have already been, I guess the non-native fish have been removed, and now they want to replace it with the native trout.
You ever been out there seeing that? You need to go look at it. It's
Yes, sir.
really, I recommend it. It's a sight.
Oh, it's great. We go every year. We take our kids over. They're amazed every time they go over there. Have a good
Little
time.
bitty ones, they're great big guys.
Yes, sir. It's awesome. But that's pretty much all I've got, and we'll continue working for you.
All right. Thank you very much for your comments, guys. I appreciate the comments from the public. We started the commission the expansion talk in April. We actually had a meeting in April, May, June, July, and August. 5 public hearings. That's normally unheard of. It was overwhelmingly positive. That's probably what pushed me over the brink. If something this large, you cannot help but think, what if I screwed up? So, are there doubts? There always will be doubts. Just so you know what the process is now, in October and November, I haven't decided which yet. We will be selecting how the districts will be broke up. Sometime in May, you'll start getting a glimpse of what a budget will look like for a 5-person commission. Sometime, and I'm talking May 16 of 2016, and then sometime in December of 2016, you'll probably figure out what salaries will look like. I know everybody wanted all that information right now, but that isn't when you do that. There's a timeline for everything. So that's kind of when everything else will be decided. Now it has to be decided. So we will be letting the bid for the conference center sometime in October or November too. Probably October, right? October. They were supposed to be all in yesterday. We had one low, so probably be letting that bid if everything pans out for that contractor. I do believe that the conference center will be the largest economic driver in the county. When it's done and it's nice, it's going to be fantastic. And I agree with Gabe on that the policies and procedures for how we handle things. And then there's some other things too. When you have a conference center that's going to be able to hold multiple events at the same time, one of the things I hope your group is looking at is we're probably going to have to install some type of cleaning fee for everybody. I know that government doesn't have to rent it, but that when they leave, we still have to clean it, and we're going to have to clean a lot more of it. We're going to have to pay a lot. We have to put some employees over there full time to make this a great event center. So we're going to have to look at that. You got a year though.
That's right.
Well, we all have fears also that Freeport-McMoran may be laying off people. We have no definitive information on that yet. However, they have announced it nationally that there's going to be some layoffs. So I assume that may be coming. I heard it on Fox Business this morning on the way to work. So that's all the comments I have today, and I really appreciate the public and all their participation. So I know that our assessor wasn't here on Tuesday. Did you have something real quick? I'll give you a real quick.
Mr. Chairman, board members, thank you very much for the opportunity. At this moment, I don't have any report, but I will make a comment, and I spoke with our county manager. We're in the process of receiving the tax rates, and hopefully we can get them, the first week of September, so we can place it on the next meeting so they can get approved. Other than that, The office is running fantastic. We're pretty much ahead of the curve at this moment, and I have a lot of people out in the field. And my chief deputy, Jennifer Baraza, she passed her first course as from the International Association of Assessing Officers, and I'm very proud of her for passing that course. But other than that, nothing else. Mr. Chairman, board members, thank you.
Mr. Assessor, we're going to put that on the agenda for the 10th, and if it's not ready, then we'll do some type of special meeting. But it'll be on the agenda for the 10th. I hope it's done by then. Anything else? Anybody else? All right. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes.